Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and NBs, welcome back to Sunstriders LIBERTAS, Session 6, The Will to Win.
Ooh.
Our sweet session quote tonight: a right minority is superior to a wrong majority. And that is from Okiya Omtatah, who is a representative in Kenya currently, a former human rights activist, now a senator in Kenya.
Very cool.
So, last session, a little catch up. We had an interesting session. Basically, had a bunch of different tasks that we had to take care of. We jumped from scene to scene pretty quick. 2-man teams, took care of everything. Real briefly, we had basically a propaganda campaign that we did. We hit a couple of sovereignty outposts. Blew them up with thermal detonations and a really sweet car bomb at the end. That was pretty sick. Did a little community outreach, making house calls with the doctor, gathering some information at the same time. And then lastly, we had to resupply some of our guys out in the field with medical supplies, things that they needed. So, all that being said, 4 different tasks broken down into 3 separate missions each. We succeeded in every single one of them except for one. So, that being said, like I said last session, those successes and failures are going to go into a mass pool that we'll be touching on later this session. So, thanks to the efforts of your team and many of the other efforts of the CLF, the Corellian lower class population has rallied to our cause. Things, however, are becoming more and more dangerous and moving towards open warfare. The Sovereignty, as you know, has brought down a few battalions of the Sovereign's own. Many of their outposts and checkpoints are being transitioned into permanent stations with more equipment and personnel. Commander Tii has told you guys moving forward, I don't think we'll be able to avoid open warfare for much longer. With that in mind, keep an eye out and move carefully. We are not in a position to slip up and make mistakes. So, before I ask the session question, because I actually have one of those this week, it's been 2 weeks. Didn't even realize it. Is there anything that you guys would like to do in character? We're pretty much just downtime at the barracks for maybe a day or two.
So,
but other than that, we're gonna.
So Strain will be knocked back.
Yes.
Do you want wounds as well, or do we need to do actual med bay healing?
Well, you're the only one with wounds right now, so I'll say
real.
Let's do some healing.
Okay, great.
Let's do some
Hell
healing.
yeah.
Doc, I need you, man. Come check me out, man. My shoulder's been killing me.
Of course.
And by my shoulder, I mean I think my orbital's fucking broken from that massive fucking fist that hit me.
That's quite a that's quite a way to say that. Let me take a look at you. I go ahead and take a good look at your orbital and stuff. Pull out my little light. See if your eye dilates, all that good shit.
My big ass squid eye.
Yeah, everything appears to be in order. But I'm going to give you some eye drops to take the next few days, just to make sure that it stays nice and moist. It should heal on its own.
Terrific. That's what I love to hear.
All right. So it's average medicine check, correct?
I think. Did you end up buying that the military backpack? Will?
I bought so much stuff.
Let me double check. Yeah, I think I can see your
medical backpack.
Is it the ECM one?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
actually, because I'm under half, it will only be it'll give you a boost die and it'll be a easy check. So only one purple.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
We win dues. By default, as soon as it decides to roll, there we go.
4 success, 4 advantage. Very good.
Nice. I'm feeling great.
Perfect.
Also, do you want us to roll destiny points?
We'll do it. We're gonna do the session question right now.
Okay, great.
So, kind of a 3-parter. Not really. Kind of all in one. So, session question. What drives your character? Why do they do what they do? And what do they hope to get out of the CLF? Basically, why are you here? What's your goal here? And we've kind of asked this question before, but we've developed a little bit, and I want to reestablish what's our goal here? What are we trying to accomplish on an individual level? Yeah. Probably should have sent this one in chat a little bit early, but
Oh, you're
no
fine.
worries.
Hey, rip that motherfucker, man.
I'll go first.
Ooh.
okay. Let's hear it.
The doc.
So Dr. Fahrenheim, the whole reason he's there, initially it was to make himself feel better about his wife and kid dying, because like his whole thing was he felt lost after the entire ordeal, because he had found the guy who had killed his wife and child, and he had came to his clinic and he had suffocated him. And like after that he had like a disillusionment type of moment, because like, you know, he's a doctor, he's supposed to be saving people, and even though this guy did like kill his family, it was like against his ethics and shit, what he did. So to make amends for all of that, he joined the CLF, because at the end of the day, it was the conditions of the of Corellia and the poverty that led to the situation that got his family killed to begin with. But he blames a lot of that stuff on himself because he was over invested in his work, and he wasn't there that night. Was coming home late, and that's when it happened. So yeah, his personal reasons are basically to make himself feel better about the whole situation. He didn't do anything back then. He wants to do something now.
Okay. So, real quick follow-up question. You talked about the ethics. Does Dr. Fahrenheim take his Hippocratic oath seriously?
Yes.
Okay. So this is like a major like internal struggle for him.
Right.
As far as, okay, I like it. Very good. Go ahead and roll your destiny point.
There we go.
Very good. All right. Who's up next?
I'll go next.
All right.
So I think for Burnathon, it was originally like a matter of survival. Like he was in the sights of the sovereignty, little choice but to join up with the CLF. But I think what he's seen since joining has changed him to more thinking larger about it rather than just his family, like the people of Corellia. And I think he's doing it because I did say that Burnathon was a like second gen immigrant to Corellia, and that the sovereignty's hatred of aliens, I think, has like solidified his position against them. Like, and he's fighting for the other little baby aliens that are on their way or just arrived to Corellia.
Very good. And I also have a follow-up question for you. So I asked you this privately. Keep that answer secret. So would you say Burnathon is more loyal to the CLF or Corellia as a whole, or the people of Corellia?
I'd say probably the people of Corellia.
Okay. So the CLF is just kind of like a means to an end for Burnathon.
Yeah, they're I guess, a vehicle for him to help.
Okay. Very good. All right. Who's next?
Repard can go.
Oh, yeah.
So, the first part of the question: what is Reparg in it for? The pay, baby. Reparg just wants to pull up in the sweet FC20 two-tone baby blue cream interior at Club Corellia and get bitches.
What's the APR on that?
Hey, 22%. Photo in general, by the way. So, whenever Duracleat Block got locked down and he lost his job at the fulfillment center, what's the natural evolution of that? Go work for the resistance force, baby. If they're signing my checks, I'm there. And that's what Reparg wants to do.
CLF signing his checks.
That's interesting. So,
Hey, that speeder is sick though. That hoe clean.
Oh, dog.
That hoe clean.
And you know the Tweety's gonna sit on your lap on the way home.
real shit. So, is there any moral calling to this fight for Reparg, or is he like strictly just, I'm here for the money and for maybe a good position after all said and done?
Man, if I could help somebody, that's a pretty good story, you know? I mean, the ladies love a man.
I like it.
A philanthropist, you know?
I like it. Hey, we'll ask this question again in a couple sessions and see what we come up with. All right, go ahead and roll. You already did it. Good job, Garrett. Noah, go ahead and roll your destiny point.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Oh, baby.
Come on.
Very good. Very good. All right, who's next?
Dom, you need 5 more minutes.
I could take it.
Go ahead, man.
I could say Vyacheslav, I mean the seal spot, right? So I can tell you guys. Personally, Vyacheslav is in it to earn his Beskar armor. He wants to earn his Mandalorian right to wear his armor. And through that, he's required to recruit able and loyal bodies to the cause of Mandalore. And on top of this, he brings a little more to the table, at least in his argument to get his armor, by finding information against the sovereignty. He sees the CLF as an opportunity to strike against an enemy of Mandalore, and sees all their people as possible recruits.
Very good. So much in the same vein as Burnathon, would you say that the CLF is just a vehicle?
In a way, yes. He definitely recognizes that their causes could be absorbed and mutual.
Okay. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I like it. And if you have it off the top of your head, if someone were to ask him this in person, what would he say?
The freedom of Corellia.
Okay.
To work and free and oppressed people from a violent hand that holds them.
Very good. Go ahead and roll your destiny point.
That's a man's man right there.
Hey, real shit.
Goddamn.
Let's go, dude. It's because you're lying.
Liar.
Lieutenant Robrin.
Oh. What drives Qual Robin? Revenge, man. There's a pit in Qual that can't be filled, regardless of how many enemy soldier bodies he puts into it. and just being better. This is the measuring stick here. Could Qual have settled and, you know, went back into some USDC territory, went back to a flight academy, saddled up to restart his career path, maybe got lucky as a little ensign on a bridge somewhere on one of the new fancy Starhawks or some new Mon Cala cruiser somewhere? Sure. But that doesn't mean anything, man. That's too slow. This is Corellia's live and in action right now. There's no red tape holding Qual back. He wants the rifle in his hand, his boots on the ground, and good men beside him. And hey, when it's all said and done, the idea of, you know, hanging it up is probably what he tells himself. But there's always going to be somewhere else that needs good commanders.
Very good. Do you think revenge is enough?
Oh, it never is. And it's just aimless. It's a knife pointed out from Qual with no real substance. Qual needs an enemy.
Okay.
And even if the sovereignty was gone tomorrow, peacetime just doesn't quite suit him anymore.
All right. Go ahead and roll your destiny point. Ooh,
Nice.
perfect split, baby. Let's go.
How fitting.
All right, chat. All right, gamers. All right, troopers. So, like I said, left off right on the heels of basically our great success, our awesome public image victory. Struck pretty good symbolic victories against the sovereignty. Things are looking okay. Things are going good. Most of those missions went off without a hitch. So, we haven't gotten the chance to do it, but you guys were given, I say you guys, Lieutenant Robin was given an encrypted comm link and told to give it to Jazz. Would you guys like to go and talk to him?
Yes, but first I do want to see if Vaishlav can pry a little information out of it, perhaps with his slicing techniques before we go in there half-cocked.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I like it. Give me a hard computers check.
So this does count.
And I'm going to give you a setback because it is technically enemy technology.
There's
New
my-
sovereignty tech, maybe probably haven't seen it before as far as the encryption goes.
Unskilled boost for the assistance from me.
Unskilled boost, and then I will add my Black Ops data breaker to it.
Okay.
I'll get right in. Hard check, 1 setback, 2 boost, unskilled. Back in the saddle.
2 success, 2 advantage. Very good. So, you sit down in your little workstation, you plug into this thing, and you start going through it. The encryption's pretty difficult to break. But eventually, after enough attempts and finagling, you're able to, take a look inside, as it were. So this is a direct comm link to someone's, presumably another encrypted comm link. So this is a one-to-one comm link. There's only one call you can make and only one call you can receive. So that being said, this is very clearly sovereignty stuff. And if you were, I'll give it to you for your 2 successes, your 2 advantage. You are able to track the general area of the other one, and the other comm link is currently in orbit. And, we all know Corellia is currently under blockade, so you would assume that presumably Major Stromville has the other comm link.
This is a phone, one way. I recommend we do not use it here.
Chris, I'm gonna Qual will swing by once we get that information. Qual will swing by the quartermaster and see if he can't requisition just a little holdout blast, or maybe a piece that we've picked up post combat from some sovereignty guys or something like that. Nothing crazy, just a little something.
Yeah. Easy enough. You go up, tell them what you need. Let's see. I got Quarren stuck in my head because of the book. So,
that's my guy.
You're fairly rotund Quarren quartermaster. Oh, Lieutenant Roman. What do you need a holdout master for? From what I understand, you have much better equipment than this.
Potential recruit, quartermaster.
Every soldier needs a weapon. So he'll go in the back, find not a pristine.
Oh, it can be a piece
holdout
of
blaster.
shit, and I do tell him that it can be grubby, it can be faulty, it can be whatever.
Perfect. He goes over to the trash pile, the to be destroyed pile, pulls out a blaster, slaps a new blaster pack in there, slides it across the counter, gets your signature, good to go.
And going out, I'll check it, all the good stuff, Tuck it in the waistband. I do have I got my BDUs on effectively. I got my my chest harness with the middle holster for my personal piece, and my little rank insignia on that. And I'll swing back to the sergeant and gather him to go talk to Jazz.
So just you two, or do you want to take the whole team?
Three may keep a secret, man. Ben Frank ain't say nothing about 2.
That's true. Okay, so just you two then.
And on the way over, Sergeant, you think this is you think they'll be able to get a lock on this if we activate it from here?
They have a general location. It is in orbit. As far as direct location, maybe.
Well, for them coming back to us, I mean.
Very possible. It depends on if your friend decides to fuck us or not.
Isn't that the question of the hour?
I would recommend taking a walk with Jazz. We go somewhere. Let him stretch his legs. Then we make the call. I don't even think that gun would fire. So, I feel safe.
Certainly won't. He won't be making a decision here. That's for sure.
All right. So, if you guys have been kind of keeping tabs on Jazz, you would know he has been moved from, like, you know, his solitary confinement holding cell effectively to, you know, pseudo house arrest in one of the barracks used for, you know, conscripts, trainees, people undergoing disciplinary action, stuff like that. So he's on parole effectively. So basically, barracks, training yard, mess hall. That's it.
Gotcha.
So we'll say it's mid-morning. So he's probably just getting back from morning chow, sitting on his barracks, has a little hollow book, reading some Bun Boo's Art of War. Famed Mandalorian warlord.
Strike them when they think you're weak.
Yep, that's it.
Bring
dude.
enough food to feed your army. You know, the classics.
Yeah. Always thought that book was so profound.
Hey, man. But yeah,
So-
I won't knock or anything like that. I'll just walk in and walk up.
All right. And something's changed. This isn't the same young man that you guys interrogated a few weeks ago. It seems like he has a little fire in his eyes. He's here, he's active. You can tell he's put on a little bit of mass. Been training with some of the other guys in the barracks. He looks good. And as soon as he sees you, he jumps up to his feet, stands at attention. And Lieutenant Vrobrin, you know, it's a subtle difference, the training that you give your recruits versus the training the Sovereignty gives theirs, but he is giving you a Sovereignty attention. You know, toes together versus toes apart. Something like some minor detail like that. Lieutenant.
At ease, soldier.
What can I do for you?
Have a seat.
He'll sit on his bunk, and you do notice it's crisp, buddy. He almost looks hesitant to sit on it because he feels like he's going to mess it up. Corners are hospital folded. It's perfect.
Is there two bunks by each other, or is it just...
Bunk beds. Most of you guys' barracks are bay barracks, so everyone's sharing a big room. Especially in the, detention barracks, it's everybody in one room.
Drag his footlocker out and sit on it.
Yeah, I'll do that. You're right.
As you move it, it's light. There's nothing.
Yeah. Is anybody else in here?
I'll say
Boss
there's
loves
maybe
drink.
there may be like ones or twos here and there. Nobody close by, and some of the younger guys that are in here, as soon as they see somebody with some rank, they find somewhere else to be.
And the ones that don't, I tell them to go find somewhere else to be anyways.
Yes, sir. They all scamper off. The room is yours.
Jazz, you look good, son.
Thank you, sir. I've been training with some of the other guys. Mostly the new guys coming in. I've thought about, what you told me, and I think I'm ready to do my part, try and right the wrongs that I've done.
That's good. That's good to hear. Does with a quick look, does he have any of our state-sponsored propaganda flyers around, like open on his data pad or anything like that? That that we put out last time.
You know, I think maybe tucked into the the hard case in the back of his little. I always think of them as like ebooks, basically like a Kindle or something.
Mm-hmm.
You see the corner. It's like a y'all's colors are like blue and whatever. You see a little corner of like some blue emblem, and it looks like one of the pamphlets that you guys were distributing these last few weeks.
Hell yeah.
Not out front. Looks like he's just kind of keeping it for himself.
Yeah.
Not on display.
Jazz, this is all off the record here. This is just a friendly chat.
Sir?
Pay no attention to the sergeant. He's with me on all of these.
Hard to do, sir. Gives you a nervous nod, Vyacheslav.
I know I wish we could have gotten back to this a little bit sooner, but I'm sure you've heard we've been quite busy these past couple weeks. But did you hear about the hospital attack from a few weeks back?
Yes, sir. There's a couple of guys in here on convalescence from that, so they've talked about it a lot.
Good. Well, we ran into a certain major while we were there, Stromville.
As soon as you say Major Stromville's name, Jazz gets this look of what can only be disgust.
Did you have any personal run-ins with the major?
Not personal, sir, but everything that I've heard from the other sovereignty troops, he's ruthless. He's a monster, even to the sovereignty.
Well, considering who he is and what legion he's a major of, that doesn't surprise me, really. That matches out. And I'll hold my hand out to the sergeant for the chip, or for the comm. I'll take it. He knew about you and your situation. He wanted me to give this to you and said that you would know what to do with it.
It just looks like a comm link, sir.
And it is. And Jazz, I'm sure you know this about us. We don't leave anything half-baked. We know it's a one-to-one comm, and it connects to somewhere in orbit. Did we ever get a name for the flagship?
I don't believe you did.
Okay, cool. Would we have one, or no?
I would say probably so.
I would think so as well. And
DM. What's the sovereignty's naming conventions?
Oh, they're pretty classical, old school finalizer, executor stuff. Naturally,
okay.
The Liberator.
We'll say the Hammer of the Sovereignty.
No, I like it.
That's some Helldiver shit.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's the only ship we know in orbit right now is the Hammer, and I'm assuming the Major's probably on board.
Yes, sir. That's
So no Legionnaire fallback plans or anything like that with this?
Do you mean for me, sir?
I just mean in general. If it's like a lullaby, if you will. Not necessarily, you know, those are generally suicide pills, but this is obviously not that. Or, I mean, it could be, I guess, in a way, but...
Sir, I'll be honest, I don't even imagine Major Stromville would be the kind of person to, you know, you walk into a room with him and only one of you can leave. I can't imagine both of you leaving. So that's already odd in itself. As far as what to do with it, I'm sorry, sir. I don't know if I can tell you anything.
Does it seem like he's telling the truth?
Yeah. I'm gonna make you roll for it. He seems, you know, and I'll even extrapolate for you, sir. You know, to be honest with you, I was just kind of a nobody. Never had any personal. I don't even think I ever saw Major Stromville. I was just one of the ranks, and he seems to be telling the truth.
Sergeant, I'll look at you with my pupil turns into a question mark.
I mean, sir, to be honest, it very well could be a trap.
And I figured the same. You know, as much as you study and prep and rely on history and all of that, these things like these just hardly ever goes the way you'll think it goes. Oh. Well, I will. I'll put the. Is it a hollow disc or actually just like one of the speaker comm ones?
I'm imagining
ones.
like the Qui-Gon.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, I'll let it slip out of my hands and then I'll accidentally grind my heel into it on the floor whenever I stand up.
Interesting.
Accidentally.
Interesting. I'm gonna flip one of these bad boys
All right.
for a super secret little tool for later. I forgot to give you a piece of information.
Ooh. Well, do I need it?
Maybe. Hey,
We can track them.
before you grind it under your heel, you seem to remember. You seem to remember Sergeant Vyacheslav telling you something about a dead man's switch.
Okay.
As far as, you know, once the comm or if the comm becomes damaged, unoperatable, things of that nature. Nothing necessarily will happen, but the person on the other end will know.
Okay. Yes, that is important information. Thank you, Chris.
My fault. I haven't written-
All good. I'm glad.
I literally
Claude knows
read the
that.
line before it and after it and just completely skipped over it.
Then yeah. Yeah. Then yeah, I will.
What exactly?
Then
What exactly did he?
I'm gonna hold on to it. In that
Okay.
case.
Go ahead, Chris.
Sir, what exactly did he tell you? like as far as I'm concerned.
To be honest with you, Trooper, not much. He pretty much knew of the situation. Knew that we had you. So I think that's pretty much all I really. There wasn't anything else specific that he said about
No,
Jazz.
that
right?
was
That's
pretty
what I
much
thought.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jazz certainly doesn't need to know anything else. So
Very good.
So
Dom, you
I
were
don't.
saying something?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Dom.
Vyacheslav is going to pull Robin to the side. And once we are sufficiently away, do you think Sombrock has a
That's Stromrock's brother. We killed him in Sunstriders. It's Stromville.
Stromvel?
Stromville.
Yeah, Stromville.
Stromvel is. Fuck, that just spun the shit out of me. Hold on, bro.
Stromrock, we killed him in the Christmas session, like episode 8, unrecorded.
Yeah. In this very location, I believe.
On Corellia, in the Dirt Creek block, yeah.
In the Dirt Creek block, yeah.
That's crazy.
Small galaxy.
Small.
Do you have a little bit of the same taste that I have, that Stromvel may be acting on ulterior motives?
Well, he's looking for. He's gonna change his uniform to stand with the winners for sure. And until that becomes clear, I don't trust him as far as I could throw him.
This boy, I believe, is a test for us in Stromvel. In the war, it is not the most noble who die, but the least equipped to prevent their own death. And this boy is not well equipped. He is the lamb. I think Stromvel wants to test our humanity.
I don't disagree with you, Sergeant.
We can take the boy for a drink, let him access the comm, and make the contact. But I was able to track the location of the other comm link without making the call. And if he knows what he knows already, I assume that he knows where we are. And if the sovereignty would know, we can assume what would happen to us. There seems to be more pieces on the board. I would recommend we make this call. It is up to you, Lieutenant.
In the Jark, Sergeant, sometimes it's best to leave the bait pieces alone. Let's move this to a safe box in one of the other dumps off base site so it doesn't get destroyed. And we can come back for it if we need it.
Understood. Vyaslav's gonna move to take care of these.
Yeah, no, I'll hand it back to you. And I'll go shake Jazz's hand. I'll put my hand out.
And I will say, ever since you just casually dropped the trooper line, he was trying hard to hide a grin. They don't have troopers in the sovereignty. That's a CLF exclusive, baby.
Hey, all right. Have you been issued a weapon yet, trooper?
No, sir. I'm still on probation.
Well, as soon as that lift comes across my desk, I'll have something waiting for you at the quartermaster.
Yes, sir. Am I gonna go to your squad?
That I'm not sure of. We will see.
Yes, sir. And he... Oh,
Put my hand out.
he looks a little confused. Reaches and...
I'm gonna squeeze the fuck out of his hand.
Mhm.
To his credit, he tries really hard
Good.
not to grimace,
Good.
but he does a little bit.
That's okay. I would too. That's a lot of forearm strength in these crab claws, man.
Real shit. So, question.
And
Lieutenant.
well, and before I walk on out of here, the last thing I'll leave him with, Jazz, I gotta say, I'm glad you decided to fight these bastards for real.
Sir.
And I'll heel spin out of there.
Hell yeah. Couple of the disciplinary action troopers sitting around outside, smoking, slacking down, shirts untucked.
Get those Crippen uniforms tucked in.
Immediately. So
we run a
Lieutenant
damn
Berman,
Canto bite operation around here. I'm gonna snag one of the SIGs out of somebody's hand and fucking put it in my own mouth whenever I walk away.
Hell
Right.
yeah. Very good. So, Lieutenant, important question.
Yes.
Did you tell Commander Tii that you were coming here to talk to Jazz?
No,
Fuck
dude,
no.
I'm not hungry at all.
Hell no.
Take it seriously. Dude, like,
Are-
I'm just gonna get on it. Like, but thank you.
Are you going to?
I don't think this needs a report, man.
Very interesting. Good, good. Well, go ahead, Dom.
Chat, should I do it?
You do what?
Do it, chat.
Should I do it, chat?
What are you asking right now, Dom?
All I'll say is I purposely let you go off by yourself.
Chat? I'm finna do it.
Are you going to Commander Tii?
Does not go to lockup. Vayaslav goes to the bar he doesn't like.
Ooh.
Link in pocket.
Okay. You find a bar. It's, mid-morning, middle of the week. It's pretty empty. The only people in here are fucking bums. And maybe a couple off-duty CLF guys. Maybe even a couple off-duty sovereignty guys.
Is there a quiet corner?
I'll say yeah.
Vayaslav finds the quiet corner. Plugs in his data breaker to the comm link. Opens up his location tracking program. finds the contact on the comm link and presses call.
Are you saying you're spoofing your location?
I am attempting to get a dot on their
Okay,
location.
okay. Hey, this episode of Sunstriders brought to you by NordVPN, boys.
Jesus Christ.
I'm playing. Are you tired of rebel scum trying to hack your location? So, as you make the call, only rings a handful of times before, and it's voice only. So, who you can only assume is Major Stromville answers the call. Yes.
Dez is safe. He will be incorporated with us. Command will not allow contact. And then I hang up.
Interesting. Okay. You
And
don't.
may I-
You
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, may I? Well, I'll let you finish. You got more stuff. I just wanted.
I'll just say, you notably do not get a call back. No attempt at contact or communication is made from Major Stromville's side.
Does my tracer find any purchase?
It does, and like you suspected, it is right smack dab in the middle of the crew quarters, up in orbit among the Hammer of the Sovereign.
Vladislav will stand up, make sure nobody's looking at him for longer than 3 seconds, and head out to do what he was told to do.
Very good. Vladislav, are you going to tell Commander Tii what is going on?
I am not in charge of reporting the squad's activities.
Very good. Very good.
Not my job.
Now that's fucking loyalty, baby. Very good. So you go make the drop, lock it in one of the safe boxes, hide the key with one of the guards, what have you, head back to post, and the squad has been called in for a command briefing.
Ooh.
What was that?
A horrifying image.
That's what's in orbit right now, brother.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, buddy. So, all right. So as you guys, full party, still unfortunately minus Reparg. Sorry, Noah. We'll get you in here soon.
No worries.
So, as the squad comes in, Commander Tii sitting at her desk. Please have a seat, Lieutenant. Aurek Squad. We have had an interesting development. After our last round of propaganda pieces and strikes on sovereignty outposts, someone has reached out to us. Not exactly sure who it is, but supposedly it's a contact from, or an envoy from one of the old Diktat Circles. Someone that survived the bombing, subsequent occupation, and they've asked to meet. So, Lieutenant, I'm sending you and Beck Squad, and we're also sending Lieutenant Gaglash's company with you to go and meet this envoy, secure a line of communication with this. She slides you a data stick. And hope for the best, I guess. We're not exactly sure who they are or what they want, other than they supposedly want to help us with the sovereignty. Consider this a recon mission. Weapons hot, the whole nine.
Where's the meet location, sir?
So she pulls up a little hollow map of your local Deer Creek block. There's an old warehouse district, rundown section, seldom used. Many of its citizens have fled or died due to the sovereignty actions and blockade. And there's a specific warehouse on there that's lit up. Not a lot of sovereignty presence in the area, but I still want you guys to be careful. Like I said, we cannot afford to slip up here. Too much is on the line now. We do know the envoy is supposed to have a small security detail. Do not provoke them. Unfortunately, this is a very scarce information mission, but I trust you and your squad to get it done.
Yes, ma'am.
Dismissed. And of course, your meeting time is, sometime early evening, after dusk, something like that.
Good day.
Today, baby.
Good day.
Today. Right now. Things are moving quickly.
Sweet. Well, as I'll give Aurek and Besh, I'll give Unit 5, that's us. Aurek and Besh combined, I'll give us the arms call and get everybody rolled up. And I'll send a little dossier meetup ping for Geglash as well for our, because I assume they're coming from their own unit.
They are.
So
They are.
yeah, I'll give him the little ping for our meetup spot, and then after we arm up, we'll be ready to roll in the trucks.
Hey, easy enough. So, scream wipe 2 or 3 hours, get you guys kitted up, get your trucks fueled and ready to go. Beck squad's loaded and ready to go. Aurek is just about there, and Lieutenant Geglash, and we'll say his he's Unit 4. Unit 4 rolls up. And of course, the one and only Trooper Reparg is right there with him.
Right there in the back.
That's it.
Now, for Unit 4,
Mm-hmm.
do these guys all look like the would I have a high opinion of this unit?
They're certainly not as good as your unit.
Okay.
Nobody in the CLF, as far as you're
Nobody could
concerned,
be.
is.
That's
But,
so subjective.
as far as discipline, readiness, preparedness, things of that nature, they're
Ain't no
about
bulls in my
average.
boys.
These are good soldiers. They're ready to do their part. You have no issue, no real outstanding issues with Lieutenant Geglash. He seems like a good enough soldier. You've seen firsthand what Trooper Reparg is capable of, and I think that does more than anything to color your opinion of these guys.
Perfect. So on our little meetup, I'll Lieutenant will handle Unit 5 will handle the vanguard for this. Give me small detachment from yours just for the main force, and then take your other 8, set up Overwatch for anything else.
Of course, Lieutenant. Commander Tii told me we are primarily pulling security.
Good, good.
I'll send you Trooper Reparg and a handful of others. He's a trooper that could use with a little more discipline. Maybe being with your squad will help him.
Well, he's a good shot, so I'll take it.
All right. And Unit 4 will load up in their trucks and you guys can get on your way. Of course, driving through the city, and it's, I'd say, probably like a 45-minute drive just because of all the, pedestrian traffic. Later in the day, people are getting off work, whatever. And you have to take a bunch of back streets to avoid checkpoints, things of that nature. But easy enough to do without any incident. Any conversations you guys want to have while you're riding in the trucks? Anything anyone want to say?
Is Repar with us?
He is.
Yeah, I am.
Him and Trooper 1, 2, and 3 are dispersed among your trucks.
Love those guys.
Oh yeah, good old Trooper 1. That's my favorite right there.
Real
I'm gonna
shit.
steal some of your Slavic accent, Chris. That was good.
Oh, that's...
I'm gonna walk up or sit across from Repar. They see the CLF has blessed us with one of its bravest for today's mission.
Where is he?
Hey man, as far as you guys are concerned, Reparg is a fucking troop, dude.
Vyaslav's gonna give him a confused look.
So,
Amen.
Sergeant,
Yes.
what you got for me?
I just wanted to commend you for your actions at the hospital.
Well, thank you. You're the second person who's done so. You know me, I just like to get the job done. Kind of goes back to just polishing. He's essentially polishing the exterior of his weapon.
And once again, for everyone in the audience that missed it last time, Reparg, you guys are diligent weapons cleaners. This thing looks like it is still hot from the forge. Shiny, freshly buffed. I mean, it's perfect. Send 1,000 rounds through this thing before it jams.
Do you think you could give mine a pass over? My fingers don't work as well as when I was younger. And Vyaslav's going to hold out his pistol.
I really wouldn't know where to start with this thing. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big weapons guy. I mean, I've had this thing my whole life, so I'm used to it. I wouldn't really know my way around someone else's blaster, though. I'm not trying to be rude. I wouldn't want to mess with. That's your combat weapon.
Understandable.
I mean, I could do the exterior if you want, but I wouldn't mess with the inner stuff.
I would much appreciate it.
Sure. Essentially, just starts polishing your weapon. He does clean, like, I don't know, there's like a rack or whatever mechanism it is to fire the repeater. He does, get the exterior portions of that, looks it over. So there's no gunk. Works on it for a little while.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Dom. I had a boost out of your first combat check this session.
Give me that blacksmith quality bonus, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Cool. There's my slice of life, gentlemen.
Hell yeah. All right. So, you guys pull up, a couple blocks from the warehouse. Don't want to pull right up to it. Lieutenant Geglash sends his guys on a perimeter. You guys are pretty early. I'd say you're probably about an hour early. Unless you want to be there even earlier. But, yeah, you get sentries posted. You guys can make your way to the warehouse. First thing I'm gonna need,
Oh,
I need a
Cool.
group perception check. Average check, nothing crazy.
I got 1 and 2.
I believe it is you, Barney.
yeah, I got 2 yellers.
Let me
Ooh,
see.
nice.
Okay. 2
I
and
have
1.
1 yellow, 2 green.
Same here. Average, you said?
Average, yes sir. 2 purples.
Yeah.
Oh, my shit not loading. 3 success, 1 threat. Bernie, take a strain.
Aye.
So, as you guys are coming up to the warehouse, you know, you're looking around. We're still technically under another level of Corellia, so there's not exactly a sky, but there are still rooftops, and above this warehouse there is, you know, some kind of little hangout area, and you do see a small silhouette just kind of peek down.
Lieutenant, I think we got unsure who, but we got one figure bearing 270. I just ducked behind the balcony.
And I'll push that to get Glash on the comm.
Roger that, Lieutenant. We'll check it out.
Off of the bearing call, Vyacheslav would like to use his infra binoculars.
Okay. Remind me. Let me look
For
at
up to
them.
2 meters of wall, possibly allowing surveillance of a whole building at once. Walls made of dense materials constructed to shield may impose a setback dice. 1 or more setback dice.
Okay. So, may impose 1 or more setback dice on perception checks.
Yeah, like it would be a perception check for me to see more beyond what we.
Oh, okay. So 2 meters of wall. I'll say with that, easy enough. You do see somebody crawling, you know, back crawling away from the ledge. If you give me a hard perception check, I could tell you a little bit more about them.
I gotta go to the game tape. Big money, no wham.
You says 1 threat. Take strain.
Let's go.
So, 2 successes. This does not appear to be sovereignty armor. You've seen enough of them, you can tell the silhouette of it, because I'm assuming you're just seeing like a heat signature or something like that.
Yeah.
This is not sovereignty armor. You can't make out any weapons. Doesn't mean that there aren't any. But it does not appear like they're, prepping a weapon or getting ready to shoot on you or anything like that.
Flesh level relay, non-sovereignty.
We might just have some good news yet.
All right, so you guys proceeding?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And as you guys get closer to the warehouse, Lieutenant Geglash comes back over the comms. Lieutenant, we are unable to see anything. Proceed with caution.
Affirmative.
So, you're at the entrance to this old abandoned warehouse. The door no longer functions, doesn't look like there's any power to it. You do, however, see a light coming from, I don't know if you guys have been in many warehouses, but usually it's big open space, and then there's like an office inside the warehouse. You do see a dim light coming from the office.
First floor, second floor.
First floor, all one big floor.
Good deal. I didn't know if office might have been locked. Okay.
Yeah.
Doors open or cracked?
So
To,
this one,
like the main door.
main door is completely open. It's
Okay.
you know, one of the classic doors.
But it's
It's
locked
completely open.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
up. All right. Then I will. I'll give him that. I will split Besh right and left, and then I'll take the vanguard we got from Geglash, including Repart, Trooper Juan, 2, and Trey, with us in the back, right down the middle.
Very good. So, give me. Hold on. Let me. 1 second. Let me see what they're looking like here. Give me. Who's in front here?
Me, of course.
Okay. Lieutenant Vrobrin, give me an average perception check with a setback.
Okay. Just solo dolo.
Kind of doesn't make sense. Make it a group check.
Okay, gotcha. I'll roll it.
I could give you a boost from my low light goggles.
Hey,
Very
shit.
good.
This might go. You got a much better pool than me, anyways, Bernie. So.
And I am going to upgrade it. So make it a purple and a red.
Yeah.
Oh,
And if-
baby.
actually, and if it's a group, Bernie, you'll actually roll with 2 yellows. So
All right. And a setback, you said, right?
Yes.
So
Is
what-
that due to low light?
No, it is not.
Okay. Had to ask. 1 red, 1 purple, 1 black. Right.
Yes. 3 success, 2 threats. Okay. So, as a group, once you guys are a pretty good ways into the warehouse, maybe you hear the scuff of a boot or something behind you. If you guys would turn around, there is a singular figure standing, you know, near the entrance that you just came in, and he's got his hands in the air.
I guess that means Reparg's at the front of the party now. Oh boy.
And through a, you know, helmet speaker, voice modulated, please proceed to the office. It's quite small, so maybe just a few of you.
Repart up front,
All right.
and then I'll take us 5 naturally.
Perfect. 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 So, as you guys approach, you know, the rest of the guys, Besh and your 3 from Geglashes, they will, you know, post up, pull security, whatever. And as you guys enter the office, there is a group of people, 4 people.
Mm.
And one of them is an older Rhodian woman. Somebody.
Again? I'm sorry.
What's up?
How do the Rhodians look again? I'm sorry.
They got
They're the
long
ones with the snoot and the.
Oh, okay, okay.
Your girlfriend, my character,
Thuna.
Thuna.
Mm.
Rest in peace,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Man.
Somebody give me. I guess it'd be Core Worlds. Someone give me a Core Worlds check.
Me.
I think I know who this bitch is.
Me too.
That's a good One knows
Would
who
I
it is.
recognize her from any high-impact porn filmed about 30 years ago?
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Rebarg's a vintage connoisseur.
Issues of the song
Strictly
is-
the 80s shit.
Hey man, there's no such thing as vintage in a technologically stagnant
This is
society,
true.
dude.
This is true. It's all fresh, man. It's just fashion.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't no fashion when ain't no clothes, baby. What?
Ain't that
Word.
Okay, so this will be
Average.
it will be an average check. Dr. Fahrenheim, how long have you been on Corellia?
I'm gonna say for at least 15 years.
Okay. I will give you a boost die as well.
I was just about to beg
Okay.
for a boost die from Bernie as well.
Yeah.
But we're on the same track, so.
And you said average.
Yes, sir. 2 purple.
There we
2
go.
success, 1
You
advantage. Dr. Fahrenheim, before you stands a much more gray, much skinnier, less regal Janala Phasar, former Diktat of the Corellian Circle.
Oh,
You're talking to a fucking U.S. senator right now.
yeah, right.
Not in a good way.
Oh,
More-
I forgot again. Oh no, I didn't.
More
I
importantly,
gave you guys the data chip.
yeah, you gave it to us.
Okay.
More importantly, you're talking to the fucking understudy of Major Diktat Daklin Burdos, man. Ah!
Can't get away from that.
Who the fuck
fucking
is that?
bastard, dude?
Yeah, who the fuck is
Who the
Declan?
fuck is that
Real
old ass
shit.
white guy?
Real shit. The stash, dude. You ain't never heard of the stash?
Hell no. I'm a doctor. Don't care about no motherfuckers with mustaches.
Word.
Unless you got a mustache-related disease.
Real shit.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
Just Turkish.
Let's see, where are we at here? So, Vyacheslav is the right hand of the lieutenant. I'm assuming that you have the data chip.
I do.
Very good. That was a very fun and creative way for me to tell you you have the data chip. So, gentlemen, I'm so glad you could make it. I know these circumstances aren't exactly above board here, but given our current situation, I feel as though we can look past all of that. Where's it at? There we go. Okay. I contacted Commander Tii through a very roundabout way. I have some information that could help the CLF, in their fight against the sovereignty. I was hoping that, I would be able to discuss further with her about this. You said you would have something for me.
Sergeant, give him a nice way to the data chip.
Vyslav's gonna stick his hand in his coat. And then make eye contact with every security detail she has. To pull the data chip out.
Very good. Dom, the closest security detail to you, as you go to pull your hand out, I'm assuming you're doing the meme, here's my wallet.
My license.
Yeah.
As you do that, the closest security guard to you is going to reach out and grab your wrist. Step up real close to you, grab your wrist.
Repark might reach for his wallet.
Hey, and,
Is he?
hey,
I'm going to.
I've been in
I
this.
wanna
I've been in this
order.
situation 1,000 fucking times before. I have. I'm at low ready already, if you will. So, whatever one hand, I will. Whoever's closest to me, I will. Mom seatbelt them, if you will, to make
Blindside.
sure. To make sure no extra weapons come up at this critical juncture.
Very good.
I got you. I got you. He's got his hand on my wrist.
Yeah.
Hopefully above my wrist.
Yeah.
Vaishnav's gonna look him in the face, smile, and expand his retractable wrist blade.
Hold on. Whoa.
I'm trying to aura farm.
Actually, that's cool.
Raw as shit.
That's cool. This guy is wearing a full helmet. One of the cool ones with like the full face visor.
Hell yeah.
So it's just a big
Oh.
black space. And he's got a voice modulator just like the guy from outside. I need everyone except for Dom to roll it'll be a hard perception check.
Ooh.
And so these are all individual checks.
Yeah.
If I upgrade, does it upgrade all of them? Or how does that
Well,
work?
you know,
It does if you say it does.
if you want to really get some value, you can, and you only have 2 pips, so I'd hate to make you pick and choose.
Nah,
Upgrade it. That sounds so fun.
fuck it. We're gonna do a hard check, and I'm gonna give everybody a setback dice.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
baby.
Also, I noticed
I
one of our
upgraded
light
mine.
side points just flipped back. Who's out here spending their light side?
Me, baby.
What's going on up there, fellas?
Ooh,
baby.
Good job, Doc.
good. This could. Ooh.
Hey, look at that! Look at that!
Holy
Look at that plug!
Nice.
What do you? Lieutenant's been here.
Holy shit.
The lieutenant knows a thing or two.
Paul, how
Before-
the fuck did you make that happen? Holy shit.
My goggles fell.
Before
Steve
Robin-
interrupts.
and Repark and Doctor take a strain.
Alright.
I'm not gonna make you take fucking 4 strain because that's lame.
Okay, go.
Everybody except Bernie, and especially Dom, you hear this guy under his breath very quietly say, Sukuigar. And Dom, you would know that this is a greeting.
Wait,
And
Just
you know
wait.
this greeting.
did Dom's blade actually go out or no?
Yes.
Okay.
And he turns his helmet, looks at to where he may be looking at your blade, and he kind of nods a little bit. And we'll lump it in with this one. In fact, actually, never mind. Here we go. So you guys all hear that, except Bernathon, of course.
Huh?
And Will, what would you like to do with your triumph?
Mm. Is there a way we can diffuse the tension in the situation right quick?
Yeah. What would you like to use your triumph on? I have a great use if you would like to beseech me for my resources.
I don't know. How about something simple? The guy who grabbed Vyaslav's arm, just like what was it? Notices his reaction and then just kind of like backs off, apologizes, tells him not to be so
Oh.
jumpy.
Make no mistake, he's holding on to Dom's wrist.
This is.
Vyacheslav a loose cannon, bruh.
Will, go ahead.
I don't know. I guess just give me some boost. I mean, give 2 boost die to the next roll or something. I don't know.
You could
I'm
upgrade
not.
the next check.
Will, with your triumph, here's an idea. You notice something else happen.
Cool. I noticed something else happened.
Very good. You happen to catch the briefest flash from this guy's tips of his fingers slip something into Dom's chest pocket.
Hey, what was that? What was that just now? That you just slipped into his pocket?
He lets go and steps back.
Vyacheslav.
Dom, I'm going to send you a message.
After
got
he
you.
after
Let
he
me see
steps
this.
back, Lieutenant Robin will say, let's keep it calm so we can make sure everybody is still alive at the end of this.
I agree. Stand down, soldier. And the guy steps back away from Dom. And Janala walks up and plucks the jaded chip gently from your finger. Excellent. This will make communication and organization organizing much easier. I have a small force of, old Carillion Defense Force personnel, personal guard, things of that nature. Not much of a fighting force, but they're good men and they are willing to help. So I'll of course relay all of this to Commander Tii, but just to keep you in the loop, I have some information about an old hidden Carillion Defense Force hangar with plenty of equipment that could still be in working order. Many of the data centers that kept track of those kinds of locations were destroyed during the imminent fist bombardment and subsequent sovereignty occupation. Unfortunately, if we want to act, we have to act now. I'm the one who's personally kept these hangars secret for as long as I could, but the sovereignty has already started finding a few of them already, and seems like time's running out. A lot of these hangars had old, starfighters, planetary defense fighters, some small artillery pieces and armories. I think it's in the CLF's best interest to go ahead and take the initiative and seize these.
Has she said her name to us yet?
She is not. Dr. Fahrenheim, I think, is the guy who recognized her.
Yes.
Ma'am, if you don't mind me asking, how are you so well connected with antiquated Defense Force armaments?
She looks down at your rank real quick. Lieutenant, I must say this is a first for me. My name is Janala Phasar, a former Diktat of Corellia.
I was under the impression that all 50 of you died.
Ooh.
Not all of us.
Well,
It's a day that I don't like to relive.
understandably. Who all knows you're still breathing, Miss Phasar?
She looks around to her guards. These and a handful of others.
Then I assume you don't need me telling you that a potential line on the governmental control of this planet probably is of utmost interest to our occupying force.
Certainly. It's something that I've been aware of every day of my life for the last, we say 6 months, a year?
It should be over a year now.
Yeah,
And
for the last
yeah.
year of my life.
I was thinking of the great propaganda potential of this, but this isn't the time or place for that. So,
Oh, certainly, certainly.
well, madam,
I was.
do we have coordinates and locale? Will we need more than our whole platoon? We have 2 full units ready to rock.
How many is 2 units?
Let's see.
To be like
20, right?
Yeah.
Just roughly 2 dozen.
Lieutenant, I'm no great military mind, but I would suspect securing this kind of equipment would take much more than 20. I mean, the logistics alone of grabbing them and transporting them would be a large job, to say the least. I can get you into the hangar bay, and I'll be in contact with Commander Tii. But like I said earlier, the time to act is now.
I agree. We should use our platoon to secure this, and then hopefully Commander Tii can give us the call to start exfil.
Very good. And she will take the data chip, insert it into her comm link, and make the call. And Commander Tii comes over the other end. They have a short conversation. She basically fills her in. Commander Tii asks for, proof of life from you, effectively. Is Lieutenant Robin still there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Hi,
sir.
Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Good. And Commander Tii over the comm link will effectively give you the green light to make your way to this old hangar, and she will be rallying another unit.
Sweet.
Send your way.
Cool. On the way out, I'll get Glass back on the horn, give him the updates, drop him information locale, so we can saddle up.
Very good. I'm gonna flip one of these bad boys.
Uh-oh.
Perfect, Lieutenant. We'll meet you at the trucks. And I'm assuming you guys are probably going to escort Janala. Well, she's going to bring you guys.
Yeah, and I assume they've got their own.
And they have a
Whatever
small
speeder
little.
with their, yeah.
Yeah, they have a small little enclosed speeder. And yeah, so you guys are heading straight there. Wow. Didn't expect you to do that.
What'd you expect us to do?
I don't know.
Dilly dally.
Unit, baby.
I did expect you to dilly dally a little
As
bit. But
soon as you said starfighters,
sensitive.
I could have started fucking crying from the potential of the cavalry coming to dig us out of a fucking entrenchment, dude.
real.
That's
shit.
one hell of a pilot. Oh man.
So, the old CDF hangar is located in the adjacent sector. I'm assuming they're adjacent, if not the Duros sector.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
I'm saying that this one also doesn't have a super large sovereignty present. Probably similar, maybe a little bit less than the Durcrete block.
Above ground? Underground?
Above ground. So, well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
I'll say the Duro sector not built up like the Durcrete block. So it's like pretty much, flat level. Maybe there's like here and there a couple of big buildings, whatever. But yeah. So I will need a give me a streetwise check. It can be group check. Well,
That's
no.
you guys, fellas. Oh,
No.
never mind.
Give me a knowledge warfare check.
Okay, that's me.
And there.
It's going to be a hard check.
Got 2 greens.
Okay. And Doctor, I assume you're helping me out with this. I can borrow a green from you.
Warfare.
Nice.
I mean, I'm a yellow and 3 greens.
I'm 2 yellows, baby. So
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'll borrow you
You can
green.
That works.
Hard check, you said?
Yes, sir.
Chris?
Yep, hard check.
Hey, we got points. I might as well burn them. You hear me?
Hey,
Do it,
let's
bro.
go.
That's what they there for, man.
One
Nice.
success, 3 advantage.
Damn, I should have still not updated. I've had to refresh pretty much every roll y'all have made.
Really?
Mine was lagging a little bit whenever we started, but
Yeah.
it's been better now.
I've had like no issues, thankfully.
All right, 1 success, 3 advantage. So, Lieutenant Robin, you're a diligent man. You do your studying, you do your prep work, and you have studied the Duro sector.
I've studied a lot of things.
You've studied a lot of things. You know roughly a good route to take where you can avoid outposts. Once again, checkpoints, things of that nature. So, with that, give me a group stealth check. It's gonna be an average check, but it is gonna be 2 setback dice because you guys are in fucking trash trucks.
I think that'll be me.
I think that's you, Bernie.
And I'll give you a boost from that last check.
Oh yeah, I had 3 advantages. Yeah.
Oh, would you like to pass a boost die?
Oh yeah.
I'm giving you a boost because you know where you're going. So add 2 boost die to that one.
All right. Sorry, what was the difficulty again?
Average. And this is less like a stealth check, more like a blend
Fly
in.
casual check.
Like that. Look cool. Be cool. Be cool.
Only honk the horn twice. You gotta make it look real.
All right, 2 success, 3 event. Wow, blanks. That's awesome.
Love that. Love that for us.
All right. 2 success, 3 advantage. You managed to get to this old rundown, and it does look like, it's an old rundown building. Looks like it hasn't been fucked with too much recently. A lot of trash buildup on the outside, and it's just a big gate, just like a chain link fence, basically. Probably like 20 feet tall. There is like a little courtyard, parking lot type thing, building, and then there's a tunnel that goes down. So as you guys pull up to the gate, Janala gets out of her speeder, goes up to a little data pad, types in a little bit of stuff, whatever. Inserts something into the data pad, and the gate starts to open. Lieutenant Robin, you are getting a call on your comm link.
Caller ID. Who is it?
Commander Tii.
Oh god, answer naturally. Robin, go ahead.
Lieutenant, are you at the hangar?
Madam Phasar just opened up the gate.
Get inside and hole up.
Affirmative. Out.
Oh.
Oh, unless she has more to say.
Yeah. There are sovereignty troops inbound to your area. We are immobilizing the 32nd. They're going to come to assist you. This is going to be big.
Janko, put the pedal down. I fucking rink the slide into the back. Hey, rack up! And I fucking slide the fucking slide window back.
Hell yeah.
And can I assume that she's making the call to Geglash? Or do I need to pass it on down?
I'll let you pass it down. You're in command here.
And then I'll as soon as I'm off with her, I'll ring up Geglash.
Lieutenant,
30 seconds getting mobilized. Sovereignty Battalion on the way. We're holding up inside.
the sovereignty's heading here.
Oh yeah.
How do they know? How do they even know where we are? Lieutenant Robin.
I know how
I would like
where we are.
Lieutenant Brogan, I
Yeah.
would like you to make a discipline check.
Absolutely. Love to do that for you.
I'm
the
going to
fuck?
have a setback because you're on a comm link,
Mhm.
so you're not in person. Let's see.
I sure hope it's against his fucking deception, because he's the rat fucking bastard is what he is.
It's going to be 1 red and 1 purple.
Ooh, all right. You know, hey, we smoking them.
2 success, 1 triumph. So, with your success, something is off about Lieutenant Geglash. He sounds concerned, but got that tinge in his voice where he isn't surprised.
And the whole thing is, he's a soldier. Who gives a fuck how they know? Get in there. You should be half chubbed already.
Oh, shit.
You fucking worried about?
What would you like your triumph to
How
be?
do they know? Fuck you, man. I just gave you the opportunity of a lifetime.
Tell them, motherfucker.
Triumph. What do I want my triumph to be? Is the Reaper with us?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You know, say yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What do I want my triumph to be?
That was it.
Boy,
I'm
we're
doing their job.
Boy, fuck, we're in the fucking gun dark next now. Jeez.
Defensive battery to our availability.
Some nice usable armament. Chris, tell me for the triumph whenever we get in there and start hunkering down. Good Lord above, tell me that there is a E-Web cannon setup pack ready to be crewed, man. In its boxes, of course. So whenever we start pulling tarps and everything,
I'll say yeah. It's still packed up. You're gonna have to unpack it, and that's gonna take a little bit of time to get it set up. But there's some E-Webs in here, along with a bunch of other shit. Mobile artillery pieces, small round munitions, small arms, vehicles, transport ships. Just the cursory view as you guys, big blast door opens up. You guys enter the actual hangar itself. There's a lot of shit in here. Don't ask me exactly what, because I got to get that figured out. Unimportant right now. But yes, there are some E-Webs in here.
shit. You might want to say just the one.
Just the one
Perfect.
that you can see and access immediately.
Perfect.
Just the one.
All right, so give me the full layout of this hangar, man. What's the terrain? What's the lay of the land look like in here? Entrances,
So-
exits.
So, all I could think of whenever I was figuring this out was the Rebel hangar on Hoth. Like, relatively low ceiling as far as, like, getting ships in and out is concerned. So, you know, maybe like 3 stories tall, something like that. Things are parked nice and neat. You know, ships are like, you know, nose, side to side, packed in pretty tight.
Now, Chris,
Hey,
if Robin pulls a tarp off one of these things, man, what are we seeing? Are we seeing Z95s? Are we seeing X-wings? What are we seeing in here, man?
hold on.
We seeing ARC 170s? How old are we talking in here, man?
The equivalent of a Mustang.
Let's see. Fighter.
I mean, sorry, I'm tripping.
I don't know why I didn't prepare for this part.
Hey, that's okay, because if you want to go, I can give you the full rundown. If you want,
They
Clone
are-
Wars, Ted
They're
Hunters.
not pre-Clone Wars.
Okay.
They're older. Corellia probably hasn't had a lot of time to make their own shit lately. So I'll say, you know, post-Clone Wars, mid-Galactic Empire.
Some solid
So-
GCW shit.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I will say, though, on first glance, it does look like, you know, they're stowed.
Right.
So,
right.
you know, they're
I'm
not ready to rock.
Hell
so-
no.
But yeah. So, that being said, Best pulls up, loads up. I'll say you've got one main entrance. There is like a service entrance further back. Looks like it goes further underground. But as far as entrances, looks like it's just the blast door. And it opens up onto, you know, effectively there's room for ships to come in.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond, you know, the little mini airfield, it's city blocks, production factories, warehouses, things like that.
Perfect. Sergeant, Doc, I'm gonna need an action from both of you guys real quick.
Yes.
We gotta set up this
We need-
fucking E-Web. Takes 3 actions to do it for a group. So we're gonna get this
We can
bad
make it
boy
happen for you.
up and rocking and rolling.
So yes, sir.
Very good. Interesting skills that I'm seeing here. I'm excited to see this. So,
Do we see any
Uh,
enemies immediately upon us?
not immediately. So, you guys have some time to prep. So, what we're going to do here, I'm going to let each of you do something,
Ooh.
whatever you decide, and it is going to affect the role that you're going to be doing. So, we're doing mass combat here.
Mm-hmm.
So, much like the Battle of Femar. What are we calling that, by the way?
Nobody knows about it, so who cares?
Just for my own personal record.
Battlefield Mars fine. For now, I'll think of
So,
something.
we're gonna do much like we did with that big battle. You guys are gonna be able to take actions. Depending on the outcomes, what you do, it's gonna affect the rolls. You have a base based on what we did last time. You're gonna have base roll right now is 3 yellows and a green. And you're going to have a setback for, you know, urban warfare. Sight lines aren't great. Things like that.
Perfect.
So-
Do you want the cannon setup to be in this, or can we? What would you like? Because it does take time, because we've got to set the tripod up, got to get the gun up and running, got to connect it to the power pack. So it is an actual process. It does have mechanics for setting it up. So I don't want to hand wave that.
I'll say you guys have roughly like 30 minutes before sovereignty forces are like fully mobilized and on the way. And similarly, the 32nd is going to be here in about that time because they're, you know, I'll say the 32nd is the Duros sector garrison.
Sure.
So they're already technically here. They just got to get
gotta mobilize.
across town real quick.
Uh-huh.
So, I will say you guys can set up the eWeb, and that'll be for free. So
Now,
gonna
I
add
also
on.
have that portable
Oops.
electrical perimeter fence. Can I make a perimeter with
Ooh.
that?
We'll get to that. I like that. I love that you have that actually. So let's see. Where am I at? Janala sees that you guys are in a hurry, pulling off tarp, setting up an eWeb. She comes up to you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Commander Tii just hit us on the horn. Sovereignty's inbound.
Inbound here?
Yep.
Oh God. Or oh, Criff. What do you need me to do?
Stay safe.
I'll take my guard and go back to a maintenance shack. And she heads to the back of the hangar, goes through one of the doors, shuts the door behind her. You hear a faint thunk after the door closes. Locked herself in.
Okay.
Perfect.
I already said what I'm doing for the first round, so I'll wait.
Okay, perfect. So, let's go sing. Okay, Will. Does this have portable electric perimeter fence? Does this have a like? Do you need to make a check here?
That I don't know. The only details that I saw on it says anyone coming into contact with a portable
Yeah.
electrical perimeter fence suffers the effects of a stun grenade.
I'll tell you what. Give me a mechanics check. Be an average check
Great
to get
call.
this thing set up.
All right, all right.
And where are you setting it up?
Let me see here. So like, I guess I would set it up like at one of our flanks.
Okay. And just okay, so damn, I should have drawn a fucking map.
Just so, yeah, I'm kind of trying to use theater of mind here.
Okay.
I'm imagining that I would set it up on a obvious, what was it, choke point or weak
Okay.
points.
So
So it would give us time to react if they did try to hit it.
okay, sick. So I'll say you can set it up down one of the streets outside. So you have a hangar bay door. So big, fat, wide hangar bay door.
Okay.
You have a yard that's, kind of like a pseudo airstrip, maybe 300 by 500 meters.
Mhm.
So it's like kind of long, a little bit narrower.
Okay.
It's completely fenced in, 20-foot fence, barbed wire on the outside, whatever.
Mhm.
And then you have an entrance right there. So that would be a good spot to put it up if you want to keep them from getting into the courtyard or the little airfield, whatever.
I like that. I like that idea. I like
Okay,
that idea.
sick.
Or
So, yeah.
we could set it up in a position where it's like we could fire on them and they still have to like get past the fence type deal.
Yeah. And I will say there are like little guard shacks on the outside on either side of the little gate. So you guys could post guys up there like that.
Sweet, perfect. All right, let me go ahead and roll that hell.
Okay.
Boom. I vote that I take just a little bit of strain. You know,
Yeah, go ahead
that,
and
that
go
was
ahead.
tiring.
Yeah, go ahead and take 2 strain from that,
Okay,
and we'll have that set up. Okay, sick.
beautiful.
Sergeant Vyacheslav, is there anything you would like to prep and do?
I believe while I'm setting up this E-web gun, I will attempt to conceal it to have
Ooh.
the element of surprise once they are in the
I like it.
West-
Into the cone of death.
my vocabulary. Prime shooting zone. I can't think of a better word.
Pillbox.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Give me a streetwise or survival check or warfare.
I'll do
Not
warfare.
streetwise. Give me survival or warfare.
I will do warfare.
Okay. And that'll also be an average check.
Do I want to? No, it's not worth it. Doesn't fit the story.
Or
So
success,
they
1
need-
threat. Hey, take a strain. Easy enough. There was a tarp on it when you found it. Simple enough to put a tarp on it whenever you're done setting it up. Unless there's something else cool you want to do, put some garbage in front of it, whatever.
Whatever boxes it came out of are now in front of it.
Okay, very good. All right, Burnathon.
Yeah, I was having trouble thinking of something, but you said there's like not starships, but there were also like what would you call it? Like land speeders in here?
Yeah, there's like, maybe a couple of little
FC-20s.
gun speeders.
Okay.
FC-20.
The FC-20s in there.
No civilian speeders in here.
No affinity.
Oh, dude.
No,
Finna hit a leg.
certainly not. Certainly not.
Oh, dude.
Certainly not.
But yeah, I think I'll using piloting planetary, kind of take a couple of them, position them so we have a few more options for cover.
Okay, so do some makeshift barricades.
Mhm.
I like that. Very good. Yeah, give me a planetary piloting. And this will also be an average check.
Alright. 2 and 3.
Very good. Would you like to do anything with your advantages?
Don't really have anything in mind. I mean, I could pass 2. That's 2
Okay.
boosts.
Nice. Very good. Reparg? I almost said it, dude.
Oh, no.
Reparg? Roman? One of you?
So,
would like to go?
Reparg has a question.
Go ahead.
How much explosive would be found in here? Detonators of sorts, of the portable variety.
There might be some. I'll
Okay.
say, if you would like to make a check, I can make those available to you right now.
Well, it's gonna be a few checks. I want to
Okay.
do something with them if I find them. But yeah, I can do
Okay.
that. Perception or vigilance? Would you say?
For this, I'm thinking it's probably just going to be perception because there almost
Excellent.
certainly is something here.
What difficulty are you gonna give me on this bad boy?
This one will also be average.
Okay. Naturally, I upgrade here.
Oh, I forgot to flip that other one back earlier.
Let's go, goat.
Let's go, goat.
You success,
Okay.
1 advance. Okay, so there is
So-
some there.
Reparg wants to work kind of the opposite of what my dear friend Burnathon did. I want to impede their approach grounds.
Okay.
So what Repark's thinking is maybe he'll take some explosive, rig it to the ceiling of their approach, or maybe even like some areas of the floor that would make it difficult for them to maneuver after it's been exploded against the E-Web blaster cannon.
Okay, so you're basically setting up like fire barrels
Yeah.
for
And
y'all.
we're just gonna, and it's gonna go off, and then they're gonna have a real hard time getting in,
Okay.
especially when they're getting shot at.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I would like to be able to trigger it.
Okay, so Noah's setting up some IEDs.
Yeah.
I like it. So I think there's actually a thing for that, right?
Mechanics.
so. Diet Coke and Mentos.
Improvised explosive FFG. But yeah, give me a average mechanics check.
Okay.
Bu- 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 bu-
Hey,
bu-
anybody got any experience setting up IEDs? Where should I put these? I call out to my group, hoping for a boost die.
Actually, this is going to be a hard check.
Ooh, okay.
I
I've
will
got pretty
say
good knowledge of warfare, and I mean, I could help.
It's mechanics.
More of a mechanic thing.
I
Well,
will.
I do have good mechanics. Hold on.
You have to have a rank to be able to share it, though. You have a
I
rank in it.
think I do have a rank.
Hey,
yeller?
Doc,
It's...
Doc, how would you go
I
about
don't fuck.
arming
I
this?
don't have any.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
Repark, listen, they're on. You don't even have to make it fancy. Grab one of these tarps, put it on the shit pile over there by the impediment way, and then get ready to blow that bad boy up when you get visual.
All right. Okay. So mechanics. Can I get a boost for that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect. Boost. It's a hard check. I'm not gonna spend a destiny point on
You know
this
you're
one.
flipping, dude. You know you're flipping.
I can't. I'm gonna need that for later.
Ooh.
It wouldn't even mattered.
Take a strain. So, you set up this IED as best as you can. You pile them up, cover it with the tarp or whatever. Good to go.
Perfect.
And Lieutenant Vrobin,
Okay,
what would you like to do?
I would like to take my field commander action.
Ooh.
That'll let me make a average leadership check, and then give a number of allies equal to my presence. That'll let them suffer a strain immediately to perform a free maneuver. But I would like this to take effect once we actually get into initiative, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I like it.
Sweet. All right.
ahead.
I'll be right back. I have to take a quick bio really bad. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
we can do that if you want to make that check.
or I can hold the roll until we come back.
Okay, sit.
Sweet.
I'll be honest, guys, I don't know if we're gonna. I think we're gonna actually hold off on the mass combat for next session.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
do the setup.
That works.
Cool with that. Yeah. I think we can find some more stuff.
Kind of hate
What
that
is
though.
what is
Noah, what are you looking like for time tonight?
I mean, I don't have much left. I don't have a full mass combat left,
Okay.
but I should be available next Saturday.
Bless up.
Yes!
Bless up.
Because I'm about to kill your fucking commanding officer next session. He's going to be an accidental casualty in this. Friendly
Man, that means
fire.
there. Does that mean?
That means
there
the
might be a
repart
position
might be
availability?
lieutenant.
Does that mean I might get a promotion? I can get my FC20 a little sooner.
No way. No way. Noah's trying to get a battlefield commission.
This
Yeah,
is
dude. I just
The
works here.
CLF's bravest and most diligent soldier.
Just fucking works there. I just work. I just go to work.
I just
It worked
show up, punch the card, man, and get out. The ladies love a man in uniform.
They do, and they love a man pulling up in a two-tone baby blue cream FC20.
They love,
Come on,
love
man.
whenever it's a complimentary color to his skin tone. They love when the fit go crazy from the
It goes
top to the
crazy.
bottom. They
Just love to see the red monkey dance.
the
Oh,
hoes is gonna love this.
exactly. I pull up to Club Corellia, buy a drink, and then just keep getting water refills to make it look like I'm not sober all night.
God, that's awesome.
what does that NBA crew get the white guy to say? Where it's like Shaq, Chuck, and the old white dude Ernie. Ernie sitting like
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
You mean to tell you talking about Ernie Johnson stacking paper to the ceiling and writing on 20s?
24. Oh, actually, it would be good to end it soon because my internet company just told me they're doing maintenance and they're about to cut my internet off.
No way.
No
Okay.
way.
I'll send the screenshot.
We'll that's cool. Once we get Jake's check, I got a couple more lines of information I'm gonna drop on you guys, and then we can call it there.
Sweet.
Damn. It does not feel like we've been playing for 2 hours.
We've been biting, dude.
It's true.
You guys had to finish your fucking World of Warcraft duel.
That was fucking.
What if I did this?
I didn't know Alex was at your house.
Would you like me to wait on Squilliam, or would you like me to roll?
He's probably should.
I'm technically here. I can
Oh
hear
my
you
god!
guys.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
go.
let's do it.
I'm burning this bad boy because we're re-rolling them anyways. Goats.
Okay.
Smoke him if you got him.
Smoke
Real
them, you
good.
got 'em.
Okay.
Oh my
One
God, he's
success,
Oh,
He did
two
it.
advantage.
It didn't come. I gotta reload. Nice. Okay.
One success,
Oh,
two
perfect,
advantage.
perfect.
Very
Okay.
good. So
this is how it works. Robin, after I set up the E-Web and everything else like that, I'm literally gonna hit every single spot, shore up all of our guys. My presence is a 3, so I will actually I'll keep it in my notes. But Bernie, Vaislev, Repar.
If you have to choose, I already get 2 free maneuvers in a turn.
It's not that. This breaks the cap. So you get 3.
All right, never mind.
So you will, yeah. So Bernie, Repar, Vaislev, whenever we get into combat, it will happen immediately because it's right whenever you can take it immediately. So whoever goes first or whatever, you guys will get to take your free maneuver that doesn't count towards your cap, but you have to take a strain for it. So you'll take one strain, and then you can do any maneuver. So aim, take cover, use prepare if you have something that needs prepare, drop prone, any of that shit. Move, you can get a whole range band for free. Any of that shit, you'll be able to do that right whenever we get into initiative next week.
Sweet.
Triple aim.
Bingo.
very good. So setup done. We're just waiting. So after a little bit, you start to hear some commotion near the front gate. Commander Tii hits you over the comm. Lieutenant, stand down. I'm here with the 32nd. And your friendly forces begin to file in to the hangar area.
Fire.
So
That's crazy.
the 32nd is a heavy infantry unit. The 32nd heavy infantry dewbacks,
Ooh. Great
led by
name.
Commander Grenland Shaw. GREN.
30. Hold on. Hold on.
32nd.
32nd heavy inf. Heavy inf. Dewbacks. Love the great name choice. Led by
Commander Grenland, GREN, apostrophe LAN, Shaw, SHAW.
Are you?
Yeah.
Did you get that shawl from somewhere?
Yeah.
No, that one, normally I go to a name generator. That one was
Shawshank
off the-
Redemption.
Okay.
Although I will say, the guy who played somebody in Star Wars, last name was Shaw, one of the actors.
Yeah.
Civil War.
Yeah,
Colonel
Sebastian
Robert
Shaw was the guy who
Shaw.
played Darth Vader.
He also happens to be Master Matthias Shaw from World of Warcraft.
Oh,
He's a Nemoidian male.
Ooh,
So
ooh.
basically is Matthias Shaw.
He's a Nemoidian?
Yeah,
Nemoidian. Is he a beefy Nemoidian?
he is.
So whenever these guys come in, are they in like actual heavy battle armor? Or are they fully
They are
booted
kitted.
and suited? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
they've got like heavy flak vests, you know, big weapons.
They look like them
these
boys
are-
that was dropping down on Scarif.
Yes. Like you guys are mobile infantry, pretty lightly armored, quick response, fast strike type stuff. These guys fucking march in head first and shoot.
Wow.
Marines.
Wait,
So, yeah.
what's
What's up?
nobody playing a Basilisk?
They're pretty cool.
Basilisk.
They're
They
so
are really
sick. That's my
They're
next
pretty
character.
cool.
So-
Obi-Wan.
Commander Tii links up with you. She is here in person along with, you know, the rest of available personnel in the Act Dogs. The 33rd. And with her is one Jaz Jaz Sil'bit.
Oh.
And he walks up to you. Sir, notably doesn't salute you.
Good, I don't have to smoke. Trooper, Commander.
Lieutenant, take this young trooper with you. He's going to be attached to your unit from now on.
Yes, sir.
And Jazz, sir, where do you need me?
You'll be with me, son.
Yes, sir.
Commander, if I
All
could have
right.
a moment.
What is it, Lieutenant? And you guys can walk off.
How did the sovereignty get such a beat on us so fast?
Lieutenant, I suspect the sovereignty knows more than we think they do.
Always. You know, outside of you and whoever was in the field, who else knew about this?
I suppose just Diktat Phasar.
Giglash tipped them off.
Her face drops. She wasn't smiling before, but she's like less smiling now. Lieutenant, that is a serious accusation.
I'm sure he'll find a way to survive this next engagement.
Put one of your troopers on him.
Aye.
I do not want him to leave his sight.
Sergeant! Vislav! Front center!
Vladislav's gonna finish flapping his tarp out over the gun. Come up and. Sir. Sir.
Commander T's not one to delineate for you, brother.
Oh, of course. But whenever you come over. Lieutenant Giglash is not to mysteriously disappear from this engagement.
Vladislav will raise his chin a bit, give you a kind of pondering look. And, yes, sir.
Let me open this up real quick. And now's not the time, but I have a great story to tell you about one of my good class buddies from Hosnian Prime. Remind me of that whenever we get back to base.
We'll do so.
Interesting. All right. Lieutenant, if you'll join me at the command hangar bay, I guess.
I lead her over to a sweet table we set up that's a box that we opened and turned upside down on another box for a nice flat surface.
Nice. Perfect. And of course,
Your command post, sir.
Commander Grinland is here, and you guys will begin to plan. They will begin to plan this battle. And that is where we will end tonight. Sorry we didn't get to the mass combat. I really wanted to fucking push that out.
Oh,
But
good, G.
the setup took a little bit.
I am chomping at the fucking bit.
I'm not just pitching a 10. I'm putting up the whole.
Oh, what?
Oh my god.
But
The big top
will,
bonanza.
I will tell you guys, with your checks, currently our dice, and I still have to work out sovereignty dice, is going to be 3 yellows, 4 greens, a boost, and a setback. That's what our current pool looks like.
So 9 dice,
What?
10 dice.
Yes, sir.
Holy moly.
Big checks, big checks, big checks.
Anyway, in mass combat, you can. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. I wanted to see just huge numbers on the board. A lot of opportunities for fuck ups and triumphs and whatever. So,
Yeah. And we can talk more about building their pool too.
yeah.
And, you know, we have been building up them being a superior force too. So
They are that. So, and they're bringing the hammer down.
They don't have reparg.
They don't have reparg.
This is
That's
true.
very
They don't
true.
have reparg with a 75-year-old service rifle, dude.
Come on.
You are
man.
So-
right about that.
Don't fix what ain't broken.
All right, gang. We got about, I'll say, 2.5 hours. Make it 15 XP off top.
Ooh, Chris is splurging us so we are not sad whenever we die next week.
Yeah, right.
Whenever we get
So my
gunned
next character
down.
becomes
But
next stronger.
Also, yeah. So,
Hydra.
you don't have to completely flesh out, but at least have a solid idea with pick talents and skills and characteristics for a second character.
I could play.
Same experience that you're at right now.
you know I'm Stan Uzi.
Can we use those secondary
I'm outta here, boys.
characters you had that are
You-
for that other
Yes, you can.
cool?
Yes.
Because I would like to play as that chick I made.
Sweet. Yes,
Was it Nadia?
and that's gonna be
Nadia?
and that's gonna be
Yeah.
mine too. That was my plan
Okay.
as well.
Very good. I like that. Yeah.
Get to be a big towels with a protocol droid necklace and a fucking minigun. Be Chris's worst fucking nightmare if that happens.
Hey,
Let's go.
quick question though.
Yeah.
Who made Jinko? Very good. See me after class.
I hate you guys. Chris activated my trap card today. Chris, I want you to scroll down to my general notes and look at my 3rd story point.
Yeah.
Ah.
And I've just been waiting. I've been itching. I've been
Chomping.
Huh. What does that mean?
We'll talk after class.
Very good.
In our
very
flex
good.
game coming up.
Nice. All right.
You want to outro
So-
us out, man?
Yes. So, thank you, viewers, for tuning in. Thank you, players. for some excellent play tonight. I know we didn't get a whole lot done, but I feel like the setup is going to make it worth it.
Beautiful.
100%.
You got it.
Really enjoy what you guys did with Jazz. That was not how I was expecting that to go. Dom was reading my fucking mind. Literally whenever you were saying this is some kind of test, I was typing to you in Discord. Get on my fucking head. Like I said, I think I said earlier this session, but things are going to be starting to pick up. So if things feel a little rushed, just trying to get to all the big major story points that I want to hit so we can get phase 3 underway, because I'm excited for that.
Also, well, Garrett, we'll talk more in depth Wednesday. We've got a lot to cover, but it's all, hey, you're going to have a blast because we're going to cover.
I'm already prepping.
We're going to cover 40 years of very important information and.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
And more than that,
have your big decision.
Garrett's going to have a great time, but more than that, viewer, you are going to have a great time next week on Sunstriders. Thanks for watching.